Hello, welcome to Mori, episode 65. We're a bit late. I almost forgot it, and these two were late, but I did notice, so yeah.
Episode 65.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're getting on
that's
in
a
the
lot.
numbers.
We are close to 69. Are we going to
Nice.
do something special for the occasion?
Yeah, I don't know. Hentai? I don't know.
Maybe it's a good topic actually.
Sure, gotta censor a shitload, but sure. Could be done, could be done.
So this afternoon I posted that video review of that game that is inspired by Blam.
Oh yeah. I have it on my game list. Yeah, I knew already it was inspired by Blame Lawrence Lern. Yeah, yeah. It was. I actually played that. I actually played it as a demo first, and then it came out as a full game sometime later. I think some couple of years later or something like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's interesting that blame is kind of a niche thing, but it seems to inspire like a lot of stuff, And I think you see
I
that.
mean, it's a lot to explore in that, so it's not too uncommon to be doing that. Like the manga is interesting enough, so why not?
I mean, this game is not the first game I see
Oh
that is
no,
modern. That
no,
is
there's a
modern. I
lot.
mean, a modern game that has like PS1 graphics. It's not the
Yeah,
first
yeah, retro,
title. Yeah, retro
boom.
vibes from the early 2000 or the late 90s,
Yeah,
done on purpose to create this nostalgia feeling. And the
yeah.
game
As long as it's done
runs
right.
even on a potato PC. So, by the way, even a PC from 20 years old, 10, 20 years ago could run it apparently. So
Mm.
that is good
I
because
mean,
there
I
are
could
game
run it on low settings that I remember. I mean, I know
you,
Dusk
you
can. Dusk
oh, you
can
should be
run on
able to
my.
max it. You should be able to max it out actually.
Hmm. I should try it again. I've only played the demo, so why not the full game this time
It-
around?
It's not
'Cause,
that expensive actually, but I know. I
no,
mean,
I know.
it's an indie game, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah. It's not too over the top, obviously. I mean, kind of like a Cold, like I talked about earlier. That was also like a retro FPS shooter with graphics from like early 2000s. Well, maybe a bit later because it also looks also a bit more modern than that, but also really fun. But yeah, topics. I've seen the new Frankenstein movie. It was pretty good. So I was like 2.5 hours long.
Hmm.
Obviously, not like the book, or like not completely like the book. Not that I read the book, but I know parts of it is like not in this movie at all. But you know, so it was plenty gory, plenty of you know, it was a period accurate. It's like the creation coming to terms with its own humanity and its eternal life, trying to fit in but can't fit in because it's, well, you're not totally human, and there's the strength of 100 men.
Hmm. I heard something.
Yeah, music. But yeah, I don't know. It was like some good atmosphere, some good body horror. I think lots of CGI this time around, but it's kind of, I don't know, what does it think me about? It's obviously by Del Toro, but like, I don't know, what kind of vibe does it give me? Hmm. Maybe Event Horizon in some places for the gore, maybe a bit, just a tad, not all the way around. Also, lots of subliminal, well, not subliminal, but like you know what's gonna happen by the dresses that they wear, and and some of the plot points are like, okay, I'm gonna know what's gonna happen next, but I don't know, fun watch, no complaining about it. Lots of people were positive about it. But after that, I left the cinema. I tried to get to a tram, but I didn't see the sidewalk, or I didn't step on it right, and just smacked myself on the ground, fell on my knees, so I couldn't really walk that great majority of this week. So I had to call one day off of work, so that was annoying. But oh well. So that was my week basically.
Is this because of your previous injury? It's still all unstable, or what's happening?
No, the previous one was in Japan, but that's already healed. That was just on my right underleg. That was like, like if it's at a joint, then it's just like, gets really long to heal because you move it all the damn time. So that takes just extra long to heal altogether. Or just stop hurting altogether. But But oh well. Also went to the new Kaboom anime festival. We have 6 new movies and the Color It In I watched. That was pretty nice. I think I talked about it last time, I guess, but was it that long ago? I think it was not that long ago. Let me check. How long was that ago? No, that was last week. No. Yeah. So yeah. So what have you two watched in the meantime?
I'm continuing to watch Nanatsu no Umi no Tiko, or Tiko and Friends, that anime about the orca and the girl. And the plot, it's starting to kick in, and it's actually serious. I mean, it's about even the environment, wildlife, and I mean, it's not super serious all the time. On the contrary, there is a bit of everything, and I mean, you should check it out. I don't want to spoil too much. That's the only anime I'm watching right now. What about you guys? Have you been watching something?
Are there any supernatural or science fiction elements, or is that a spoiler or what? I don't know if you could say.
I mean, maybe there is something that is, fantastic, I could say, but I don't know if we could. Yeah, kind
Walking
of.
animals.
Yeah, I mean, something like that probably. I don't want to say
Like
too
a
much.
lost or skippy kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing that like I mean, it always amazes me, and I say it all the time, that there's entire series that are forgotten. I mean, especially when I think about the work that has to go into making one. I need to I'll add it to the ever-growing list. That list, you could never chip away at it. It just keeps on growing endlessly. I haven't even watched this anime everybody always talk about, Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen, or whatever it is. There's just so much. There's too much. Yeah, I haven't watched. I don't think I've watched season 2 or 3, and I'm still on the last season of what was the other anime made by that guy?
One, Mob Psycho.
Yeah, I'm still on the last season of that. I actually do like it, but like when there's a long gap between seasons, you kind of had to get back into it again. And it's not the easiest to follow, at least for me.
I mean,
I'm
if you
still
read the
reading
manga, that's a bit easier. But if you just do anime, then yeah, that it takes some time. It's like with Attack on Titan. If you don't read that, and you're like years in between that. And if you just started right now, then you can just watch everything and you don't have a problem. But, you know.
But yeah, I have some manga, and that is one of them. I actually have some trouble following, and I had some trouble following Trigon too. I don't know if that's something that you guys have problems with. Both of those mangas, I find I had some trouble following. There's um there's another one too that I had a lot of trouble following, and I had to kind of restart it a few times. I don't know if uh, Attack on Titan in part is because um, sometimes the art is a little rough. It's a little hard to follow what's happening, and sometimes it's hard to tell people apart. Sometimes, and
Telling
there's
people apart is not
there's
really that difficult, but if you haven't been updated, that's the thing. Or you
well,
just go
there's
back way back in the
there's
series, you're
also
like, where? Who? What's that name again? You kind of forget names along the way.
yeah, well, there's that too. I mean, there's so many, and then there's so many characters. And then there's people with like, and I mean, it's a positive thing at the show or the manga too that there's a lot of characters that you're not sure which side they're on. And then is this guy with
And they
is this
can
guy
be
with these people?
betraying each other all the damn time, or just
Yeah, I
don't
can't even keep
trust
track.
the story in the fight anymore. I don't know. It got for me a bit too melodramatic and just goes on and on and on. Especially if you watch it for years and you're like, God damn, can we finally get on with this stuff and get to the next part and just be stuck on it? Or like the famous, oh no, my last the final, second part, third part, fourth part, etc., etc., etc. Oh yeah, there's also new news on Attack on Titan. Apparently, they're gonna make a new anime for some reason.
Whoa.
Mm, like, uh,
Based on what? On uh
new anime. Apparently, yeah. Let me look up.
what is what
Uh,
what is it based on?
if all the
Uh
ads could fuck off, that would be great. Um. Yeah, Attack on Titan may have finished its manga, even though it brought this controversial ending to theaters, but the franchise isn't done yet. Between embarking on a new concept tour and various other projects, AJ series has taken on a new era: murder mystery games. Thanks to Studio Ozone, Attack on Titan is getting a murder mystery. Okay. Confirmed by Ozone Studios' official X account, the backpack credentials Attack on Titan final season production committee. The committee has begun production on Attack on Titan Murder Mystery Project. The company is fairly established in the murder mystery and tabloid role-playing scene, so it's surprised it says Attack on Titan takes a bold new direction. Okay, is it gonna be a game or something? You seem excited.
it is just I don't know. It's hard to get. Are they just catching in? That seems like a weird thing. And like
Yeah,
thinking about a murder
probably.
mystery. That's like a very grounded, non fantastical thing. So it's like it'll be funny. So basically, you have something like Sherlock Holmes, kind of a grounded guy existing in a world where there just happens to also be monsters walking around. You know,
Mhm.
kind of kind of a bit of dissonance there in a way, but it is interesting.
Yeah, it's like I guess it becomes a game. Apparently, they have been had multiple games: Death Game, Ethics, perfect for two players, Innocent Hunter Party, where player must pin the murder on other characters successfully. Concept of aliens and Malarian oppressors, titans living in the walls, and gonna cook that's catalyzed by murder cover-ups. Okay. It's probably just gonna some game that nobody is gonna give two shits about and then disappears immediately. Doubt it's gonna be a mystery anime with like I know Aaron as a sort of Sherlock Holmes or something like that, or Captain Levi Sherlock Holmes. Kind of want to see that, but I don't know. Sounds like a fun comedy anime than just a
Yeah,
murder mystery
and
thing.
also, is there any they don't have any details yet about if any character is actually returning or it's just set in the universe or what?
It was
You
just
know?
news was just given out today or something like that. So yeah, I think it's just a game. Mr. BC could be
Oh, a
plenty of
game. Okay.
fun. To be a season of anime
All right.
and tabletop collaborations. Yeah, it's gonna be a tabletop thing. So this is what you're seeing. With just One Piece mixing its Funko arc, role playing, and long play elements. Okay, so it's gonna be
All
some
right. So
kind of
that's
game.
interesting.
Yeah.
But I will say this: there have been more strange things that have worked out. Right? There have been more bizarre things that have somehow been successful. If you understand what I mean. I try to think of an example, but let's see. There's
I guess games are very successful. Live action movies never have been, or like rarely, but yeah.
oh no, I
Beyond
just
that,
mean
beyond anime, manga,
well, in particular, in this case, I mean, like, this is a media franchise, known for something, and we're making this thing that's totally different, you know? Or like,
yeah,
yeah,
or
I
just a
mean,
new aspect to a story and just try to capitalize on that, or just a completely new storyline altogether.
or what was surprising to me? Koma might know about this. Like there's a stigma attached to licensed games. Koma, that way when a game has a license, usually that's a sign that it's going to suck because the studio is going to get involved and tell them what to do and this kind of thing, and they'll be rushing it out. Um, but there were a few exceptions where people were surprised. Like there was the Riddick game. That was a good game. Based on the Riddick character. I don't know if you're familiar with that. So I mean, this is like a different genre now. This is
But yeah,
a science fiction action uh, series. With fantasy too. Yeah, I should say fantasy. Turned into murder mystery. Taking place in one room probably. They should have it on maybe it'll take. What is the equivalent of like a I don't know. I was thinking it could take place on like a train or something like that. Like a classic one. Who done it? But yeah, it's very strange.
yeah. Ah.
Right. So I've been seeing that people have not been liking the animation in this season. Is that right?
No. Those are latest statements from the team about anime. Wait, let me look it up somewhere else. We can find it. Like the yeah, because of the animation was not great, and the latest episode was like the lowest ever rated episodes, lower than X-Arm. Could you believe it? For One Punch Man series.
Okay. So wasn't
Shit.
is it something that they could fix with the DVD release, or is it just too
They
bad?
can fix some stuff, but not the boring stuff. The boring stuff is just not really fixable at all. It's just like the manga at this point is just too boring to really work.
So what
Um
should they have skipped it? Because then yeah, nobody problem of
yeah,
people saying it's
yeah,
not.
maybe they could have, maybe. maybe that was the right choice. But there's also plot points in it that are kind of, important for the story. So the boring part takes so long that there important stuff is in it. So you can't really skip it, or you need to have some recap of something like that. But what is what they said regarding One Punch Man? The critics, or rather, the sheer volume of criticism from people watching illegally overseas, me, are overwhelming. The production team probably feel the production team probably feels a lot of pain because of it. Everyone shares the same feeling. Nobody sets out to make a bad product, yet we get criticized for the smallest detail. Where is our motivation supposed to go? I'll be blunt. In the next few weeks, something we poured our hearts and soul into will be aired. If people call it crap or a paper play, can he buy? Can she buy? Then so be it. But we pushed ourselves to the very limit. Please think about the creators beyond the screen. We aren't doing this as volunteers. This is everyone's job. The more you bully us, the more the stuff will disappear. Guaranteed. Yeah. I mean, I guess some people have said, like here in Discord, that they could have made better ideas of, like, Anon, for instance, that said, oh, you don't have to rush it. It's more careful how resources are used. You can cut corners in an intelligent way. It doesn't result in something subpar. Or she did. So many steps are still minimal animation going on, but doesn't reduce the quality of the work at all. Yeah. So, I guess they didn't really have the time for it or whatever they be doing, but they just don't have the resources just to make it that much goddamn interesting. And it's just going down the drain per season. Like season 2, we're already people complaining about, but the animation was still there. And then, it's just been worse and worse since then. So, yeah. And it's not entirely the fault because the manga was already not the most interesting at that point. It ramps up later on, I know that, because I have them all. So yeah. It's just kind of sad to see this franchise going down the drain. Well, all the franchises just keep on going. It's like how old is Konosuba now, but it still keeps up their quality of animation. And in One Punch Man, it just gets lower and lower per season. I don't know if they're ever gonna finish the whole thing if it gets up to this quality, or people keep complaining. But probably
So
you'll
is
be
it
watching all episodes. But
so 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 people have a problem with it on two fronts. The animation is not good, and also it's too slow. There's no action. Is that right?
yep. That it's animation is not great in places, and there's almost no action. It's just talking majority of the time. Whole episodes, almost nothing happens, which is kind of a problem. They should probably keep this really short, just to show the important stuff, and then go straight to the action to shell visits it, or it's just like But there's so much of this stuff, so much talking that you can't really skip over that much. It's just too much of the source material to skip over. That's a problem. Also, you could skip some jokes and other shit, but I don't know.
Right.
It
So
takes so long. You have to skip so
so
much.
you would say the animators, the animation studio is not in an easy position, because if they skip it, they'll be accused of skipping, not being faithful to the manga, and if they follow it, they'll be
Yeah.
accused of being boring, just like the manga. Is that right?
Yeah, but it could be if they'd done that. But people that read the manga, I'm like, they could probably understand because that part in the manga was pretty boring and nothing happened for a couple of some volumes at that point. So I can understand that people could understand that stuff just doesn't that they had to skip it because there was just nothing going on and you didn't miss much at all. Just a recap of important stuff and that's it. Could have done that, but I think people will be more understanding. I think obviously some idiots will be complaining because they haven't read the manga, but there's always people complaining about everything at some point. So you can't really, you know, skip all of that over.
This is what always happen. People complaining.
Yeah. But sometimes more or less, at some things it's just like, it goes overboard. I don't know. They've also said other anime productions from mangaka get death threats all the time for the stuff. I'm like, the fuck is that on the background? Telephone?
It's my camera, sorry.
Bruh.
I will talk about it maybe later.
Maybe can you show your hands again or something, on
No,
camera.
no.
So. But yeah, no. There was also other. What was there again? I was a bit older. On one part. Oh yeah, here. Let me remove this. Share. Yeah, it was a month ago. That was a bit earlier. One Punch Man season 3 director Shinpei Nagai deletes his Twitter account due to pressure, hate calls out of our people, YouTubers who took his tweets out of context, exploited by the staff struggles for rage baiting and profit. So that was like a separate thing. And so the director of the damn anime deleted his account on Twitter. So yeah, that's also a thing. Decided to delete my counter actions, such as taking my statement out of context, trying to elicit comments or other via the NDAs, turning them to profit, unacceptable and cannot be overlooked. I always done my best with utmost sincerity. Yada yada. What was this again for? Oh yeah. Yeah, it's the whole tweet basically, but I don't know, what was it for again? Uh, yeah, it was just like for the anime, basically, and people making videos about it, so basically making money out of it, of the dramas, and then deleting his whole thing. Like there's one anime that just ruins people's social careers on the internet, basically. Like people can just go overboard with this nonsense, obviously. Like it's just an anime, obviously, but tons of other stuff to watch. But yeah, it can be done with like season 1 to keep up that. Unfortunately, if Madhouse continued doing it, probably nobody would complain. I'm pretty sure that was the case. But no, we're not having that. So that's unfortunate. And yeah. Let me see. What other news did we have? Didn't really have. We all did find that much to for topics in general, but maybe there's something more. Oh yeah, Chainsaw Man is getting a season 2 because a new RP was extended, and it would have a massive announcement in Jump Festa 2026. So yeah, apparently we're not getting a movie, but we're getting a season 2. It's like I don't know how that's gonna go. If it's as fast as the movie, probably not as expensive, but you never know. people were complaining about season 1 being too slow. But beyond that, there was not much to complain about, style wise and action wise. Lots of stuff going on. Stuff like One Punch Man just going nuts. Bikini.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what it could do. I mean, also uh, there's not a lot of action in the series, but yet some of the animation is like flash animation almost, right? Like I saw a guy sliding down a hill, just not
Yeah.
moving,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
They will fix it
so
in Blu-ray, but
what did
yeah.
they spend the is that money actually getting to the animation
I
staff?
mean,
Is that money actually going towards them?
well, the animators themselves get by standards just paid really low. It's like not even funny. It's like some even get paid lower than like supermarkets. Yeah, that works at a supermarket at a registry or something like that. It's like people don't get paid that much. It's like it's just stuck in an old system from like the 60s or 70s that people get paid by by paid per cell. But you don't make anime like with cells anymore. It goes with computers and sketches and all kinds of programs, Photoshop, whatnot. So that takes way more resources and way more people to make something. So you don't get paid that much, even though it should be, because it takes way more effort to make something than just do cells like they did back in the day. Now they can't do that anymore. So yeah, and people have been trying to fix the whole system, but people is run by old people, so shit doesn't change that easily, unfortunately. And the whole workforce is just kind of shit. I remember Steven on YouTube complaining about it. Like the whole workforce is just fucked, with black companies and other stuff just doesn't work. And it's like it's just difficult to keep it all up. And obviously the population is declining. Oh, yeah, and with that population, like for tourists, they want to be more strict. This is gonna be fun for me when I'm maybe going again. They try to get the most tourists by 2026. No, 20, 26. Yeah. Wanna have less tourists in the country, so they're gonna enroll like rules of like you need to fill in more forms and like why you're gonna do there, how long you're gonna stay there, etc., etc., etc. They're gonna restrict people from how much they're gonna take, where they're gonna go, etc., etc., etc. So like
So is
uh
there is there a reason why they're putting in these new rules for visitors and foreigners?
Oh, because some tourists make it a theme park out of Japan. It's just going nuts. Basically, it's just think some people think that like they can do anything. That's the problem. There's just
Let's take Could you take a look
um,
at one of these tourists? Let's
there's
see what he was
one.
doing. I like to see what this guy was
Uh,
doing.
what were
Where was he
people
from?
doing? Well, the latest thing was like some guy goes to the Japanese gravesite and was just like pulling out signs, drinking beers that have been put on the graves and other stuff, just defacing a grave, basically that kind of shit. Or like with YouTubers that did shit, what was it again? What was that
There was a
fucking
guy
one
that
guy?
went to the suicide forest. Was it something like
Yeah,
that, like a
also him.
haunted?
That's kind of where it started. That nonsense. That's kind of where the popularity started with that bullshit. And later on, What was the guy's name again? That was like talking shit on the metros and people just, with Nagasaki and other stuff, just screaming at her at top of his lungs and pulling stupid shit and breaking into a site, construction site and that kind of shit. Somali. Yeah, that was the guy that did stuff though.
Johnny Somali.
Yeah,
went
that
to,
kind of shit.
Oh,
went
will
to-
he ever get out from Korea?
Probably not. They're way more strict over there than in Japan, so he's probably gonna stay some time in Korea, in prison. I'm pretty sure. They won't let him leave. In Japan, they just think like, oh, just fuck off, we'll ban him, and then he's just be stuck in there. I don't know. Haven't been kept up with what the hell he's been doing, but yeah.
I mean, now there is tension regarding Taiwan.
Mhm.
The new prime minister said that in case China were to invade, they may be forced to intervene.
Mm.
Japan has Iceland close to Taiwan on top of that, and Okinawa is not that far from Taiwan as well. So, yeah,
Damn. Yeah.
not a good situation in my opinion.
No.
sorry, Koma. What has to happen for them to intervene? I didn't understand that. What has to happen?
What? Can you repeat, please?
What you mentioned somebody would intervene. What is it that's happening?
I mean, China may. I mean, there is for quite a lot of time. There is this issue of Taiwan being like separated from China mainland, and
Right.
the problem is that the mainland sees Taiwan as part of his nation, and Taiwan doesn't. And Taiwan the government was founded by the previous Chinese government that escaped from, I mean, the communist forces. And I mean, you are much better off to read something online about it if you are interested. But bottom line, right now, Taiwan is not part of China. I mean, technically it is, but
They don't want to be.
And they don't want to become part of China. And of course, there are international interests, geopolitical interests regarding Taiwan, because there is where all of the computer chips are made, the foundries for TSMC. And if Taiwan were to be invaded by China, that would cause a lot of trouble. But regarding Japan, given that they are so close, their territories are super close, there are other implications, I guess. But overall, it's not a nice situation.
Well, that's bad news that would be bad news for anybody that's into any computer related thing, because so much is made over there. It will have repercussions.
I mean, think about all the manufacturers of computer, like motherboards. I mean, everybody is based in Taiwan. MSI, Asus, Gigabyte, all of those are based in Taiwan, as far as I know.
And the Foxconn, you remember the Foxconn factory?
Yeah. I think they also are based in Taiwan. Yes, they are based in Taiwan.
Interesting. So I don't realize that's so crazy to think about. That is a factory that has like 1 million people in it, right?
Yeah.
A factory, a small nation, a small nation that's a factory for everything, for just so many things we can't even imagine. Is there probably a single house in America that doesn't have an item made in Foxconn?
Probably not.
That's insane to think about. Jeez. I remember. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was Taiwan or another country. It may have been Taiwan. There were floods in the region, and it happened in the area where they made hard drives. And all of a sudden, the hard drive prices were just triple. At least probably. And that's just one part. That's just one component. Much more for something more calamitous happening. It'll be unimaginable.
Oh well.
It's weird though that it's weird that China allows this stuff to happen in Taiwan. Like I thought that they would have had more production inside of China. Just to avoid this. Because it's not like China is lacking for space too. But I don't know. I'm sure I'm saying something that's simple to say and very difficult to actually do.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, for Japan, new rules is like they get a new system in to reduce foreigners. While they do need them because tourism is like a large portion of their income, the economy. It's like a justice system. It's like also like kind of a system like ESTA, like in the USA, that you need a visa to come in Japan, pre-progressing. But it means like increased pre-screening travelers, the risk of unauthorized stays, more efficient processes, online applications, accurate procedure at the airport, reduce on long rows upon entry, based on implementation. By 2030 needs to be in. It also means like the tax-free system is gonna go. So like previously, well, now you can still do that till like November next year. That people, that you don't have to pay taxes upon the stuff you buy, or you can, reduce that if you show your passport and sign it off. And then by 2026 or 2027, they want to get rid of the system altogether and get so you have to pay taxes. But if you pay taxes, that you go to the airport and show that you have paid the taxes for something, or that you get extra payment for that.
Wait,
And
so
other
so
stuff.
right now, so for people who don't know this means, so if you're a visitor in Japan, you get a discount from everything you buy if you show your visa,
No,
if you
your
show your passport.
passport, you don't pay tax upon a thing, so you just pay for an item without taxes. You said some places that's tax free, like
Right. So
big
wait, so like,
center, for instance, or book offs.
so foreigners get like a discount then
Well,
at the
I
moment.
guess it's not particularly a discount, but it's just the normal price, but then just without the tax. Yeah, it's all.
Tax-free.
All right.
Yeah.
So do you have any idea how much it was? So how much was taxed on like manga usually? Is there
I
a
don't know.
value added
It's
tax
like
on
it just
everything?
depends how much you buy, and then the tax of that gets reduced. Like something can cost like original price 3,000, and then with tax 4,000, for instance, and then gets
Damn, that's a lot.
1,000 off. And
So
that's just an example. I don't know the rates exactly because I just did for.
right, yeah, no. So that's interesting though, because like I'm wondering if like this will, right now you're incentivized to buy stuff in Japan because you're not paying any tax. But not if people are paying tax, they might just want to buy less. So
Yeah, and
it might work.
tax free is only by some stores. It's not like 100% everywhere. So it's like the Book of Plus, or airports, or big store centra, malls, for instance, that kind of stuff. Like those stores
Okay, so
having tax
you're
free,
not going
not
to be able
every
to
store has tax free.
so you're not going to be able to swipe your passport at a remote mountain inn or something like that.
You have to, show your receipts that you have bought from a tax-free stuff. Like I did, like the first time when I went back, I showed some receipts of stuff that maybe I should be buying a fee upon because I didn't show my passport, or with with a mall that I went to. And they said, that didn't matter. And the second time, I didn't show anything. It was like one day I forgot my passport. I went to Nakano Broadway, and you have a separate place that you have to buy you have to show your receipts and passport. So when I went to the airport, I just went through security with no problem. Not to get all, I didn't have to really declare anything. Sure, it could have been like, no, wait a minute, sir, you have to pay some fees for us next. I'm like, and that just didn't happen. So I was just locked. And maybe with like this new system, they gotta be more tight on it. So if I go in September, then I don't have that kind of problem because they didn't shut off that system yet. So
All right.
yeah.
I wondering if there would be more if they would be more strict if you're moving with like a lot more stuff. You know what I mean? Like you're not moving with 10 suitcases, basically, right?
I don't
You
think
know,
that was a thing per se.
right? But I mean, if you
No,
get what I'm saying,
new
that
years.
if you uh, you remember that? You remember there was a kind of a sketchy guy that was robbed of a lot of sketchy items recently that we saw, and you guys were talking about it. Uh,
Mm.
yeah, a lot
Oh,
of
with the
very
hentai,
risky
you
items
mean?
this guy had. Yeah, right.
Oh yeah,
So if
10,000 doujinshis, and the
right,
guy was just robbed, and his figures were just stolen. Yeah, that was in America. Yeah.
so if that guy was coming back from Japan, they might want to tax him, because he's being very crazy with it. There's a lot of stuff here, sir. There's a lot of strange stuff. We're gonna need to tax this. We can't take it
I
from you,
mean,
but we need to.
if it's like, but that's like done at the airport, not when he's back. If he's back, then it's just kind of out of their hands, out of their jurisdiction. But it's like at the airport, you have to pay the fines, and it depends on like, is the hentai bought at, the at a free tax-free store. I mean, sometimes they go to their to your luggage. I mean, when I came in Japan second time, uh, guy just from the airport stopped me and just wanted to look through my bag. Like, what's in this bag? I'm like, it's just clothes. Oh, it's just clothes. Interesting. I'm like, why are you going through my bag? There's literally nothing in it. It's already been to security. I've written 3 forms already. Just let me go through so I can sleep, because I haven't slept in like 15 hours. So like, yeah, that was not. It was a bit stupid. Don't you have anything to do? It's like there's nothing in there. It's like, what do you want to do? Luckily, it didn't unbuckle everything and just throw everything out, or else it would be stuck there even longer. But eh, you gotta do what you gotta
Well,
do.
it's already difficult. Like Trinidad is such a hotbed of activity that is already impossible for us to get visas to go anywhere. So
Mhm.
is you need to be
Fair with
invited by the
passport.
Emperor of Japan directly, personally, with a handwritten note from him, in ancient kanji or whatever to get a visa to Japan. I'm sure it's from Trinidad. It's a nightmare. Like yeah, everybody from this country need to assume that they're up to something. They're doing something. They're involved in something. It's always something. It's kind of it's part of why it's so difficult. To travel as a Trinidadian is is a lot. So you had to. So was the you needed a visa from where you are in
No.
Netherlands?
Europe doesn't need a visa. It's America that has the ESTA that they need a visa for like their 90 days stay. I don't. I just need my passport and
Right. So yeah,
obviously obviously fill in some forms like where I'm gonna stay, how long I'm gonna do, where I'm gonna be going. Like the same guy there also was asking me like, so are you gonna stay in hotel in Tokyo and only in Tokyo? I'm like, yeah, I'm only in Tokyo. I'm also going to Osaka and Sendai for a few days, but like, why would you give a shit about that? I'm like, it's just gonna be in the stay of those 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna be back in Tokyo and just go, you know, back to the Netherlands. So it didn't matter if you knew if I was there or not. So
This is a pain in the butt to deal with.
yeah, kind of.
yeah, that guy. You know what? I'm sure that guy showed up at a hotel room and he wasn't there, and he was mad. You know, what
Probably.
was the guy that was? Were you saying there was like a guy that a guy wanted to follow you or something like that, but he had the injury? There was some
Oh
weird
yeah, that was
story.
in the bar. Oh yeah, that was in the bar when I fell down a flight of stairs. Yeah, it was like a guy that was really interested in talking to a foreigner, probably because there's not a lot of foreigners where there is Sendai, so he was probably just interested. But he just kept that, and like at the like one of the last questions when I fell down the stairs and was just bleeding from my leg. He clearly could see it was bleeding from my leg. It was like, "Hey, where's your hotel stay?" And I'm like, I'm hurt. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm like, I don't know if this guy is just gay or serial killer or is just really curious. I hope he wasn't a serial killer. But hey, I'm still
No,
alive,
hold
so I
on.
guess it
No, you're giving me an order. Either he's gay or just your. No, he could be many things. He could be all of the above.
It could be everything.
He
It could
could,
be gay and a
you
serial
know,
killer.
he could be wearing your skin as a fashionable sport jacket later. We don't know. You know,
But I'm
who
like, I
knows?
don't know. If like a psychopath has no feelings, then why would he be gay? And like, you don't have feelings, so you're not
Look,
sexually frustrated for another
listen. You
guy.
don't know psychology. It's about power. You understand? It's about power, and exerting power over you.
The
You need
Japanese
to think
salaryman needs to have power over some foreigner that's hurt.
exactly.
Oh, he's hurt. It's easy now. I can easily charm him with my like 2 words of English and then fuck him in the ass or something when he gets home.
Who knows? It could be anything.
Oh, man.
Look, do you think all those bodies in that suicide forest were actual suicides? Look, you kill somebody, you just go and hang them up in that forest and sweep it under there. They don't even look into it. You know what? This is a suicide forest. It's
Probably
not a
all zombies
homicide
by now.
forest. Okay? You know?
They could be
Yeah,
all
I am
zombies and we
sure.
just don't know it. Secret society of zombies or went underground. Like, I don't know, it could
Who
be
knows?
fucking
It's probably the. Yeah, the suicide forest is the equivalent of the Bohemian Grove in Japan. Something, some sort of conspiracy.
I know there's probably some horror movies that like the Suicide Forest is one big forest full of zombies. I'm pretty sure there's some movies out there that just took inspiration from that and put it in.
Yeah, I'd watch
Why
that.
not?
That's good. So imagine a zombie curse actually happens. That forest would be crazy.
I
There's
mean, there
just
is like what was it again? What was the movie again? Fucking I have to look it up. God, what was that damn movie again? I watched. It was also in a forest with zombies. But with like Japan being crazy, let me look up. Where is
So is
it?
is there a, yeah, look this up too while look. Is there a park ranger in the suicide forest? Does he intervene when he sees people looking
I
suicidal
think there's
walking
like
around in the
something
forest?
like that in there, and they have obviously signs up that you have to call people, etc., etc., etc. I'm pretty sure that's in there. I know of the signs. I'm pretty sure there's some people. I mean, in every forest, if it's like some part of an organization, there's somebody taking care of it and not just letting it, go. There's always somebody, something like
No,
that, even in Netherlands.
no, no, no. This is this is kind of interesting. This forest is a tourist attraction, right?
Kind of became kind of like that. More
Right. Okay. So
disaster
so
tourism.
so let's put it. So wait. Yeah. Well, disaster tourism. Look, it's the only kind of tourism remaining. You know. Uh.
I mean, for them,
So
yeah.
tell me this: I- if there's a park ranger and he sees somebody going to commit suicide in the forest, does he stop them?
I mean, it's kind of, humans try to not, get harm to each other the majority of the time. So I'm
Okay.
pretty sure he would
But
stop him. Why would he
now
just,
hold on
oh,
there.
hey,
Now
there's some
hold on.
fucker just trying to hang himself. Oh, okay,
There's
let me
a
go back
financial
to my
incentive.
round. I don't
But
want to deal with
listen,
this.
if nobody kills themselves in the forest, it ceases to be a suicide forest, and nobody will come. And then this
Yeah, if
guy,
there's just no interest
this
in that anymore, then there's no
right,
point in doing that anymore. But
and then
yeah.
there'll be no point in having a forest guy there, a forestry guy there.
Well,
So this
no, we
guy
also
probably
have them
look.
in here. I mean, you have to keep, the forest in check if nobody is now, bushfires or like destroying trees or like digging somewhere they're
Yeah,
not
but
supposed to be or climbing in
you
trees,
know,
then falling and breaking their necks or doing other stupid shit. Or building stuff that's illegal because they don't have the permissions or the building rights or whatnot. So you
yeah,
still
I'm
need to have
sure.
somebody keeping an eye on stuff.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, but the funding will be severely cut. They'll be like, look, nobody's killing themselves in this forest anymore. We don't need 10 of you guys. We just need one, you know. Uh, so yeah, I am sure. Listen. Look, you don't understand human nature, right? There's probably at least one, at least forest guys from that suicide forest that's just digging up bodies and hanging them in the forest. Thi- this just to
Mm.
drum up interest. He's probably killing people and hanging them in the forest. God only knows what's happening.
Just a serial
You
killer
understand?
force watcher, just killing people. I mean, I would watch it.
Yeah,
As a
this
movie,
is
I would watch
listen. I come from this country is crazy. Nearly any
it. I
crazy
guess
thing
it.
you could think about people do here. So
And
like
majority of
when
the
I
time,
hear
they're
things
drunk
up,
doing those things.
well, you think so. You think so. When they're drunk is another level, is another tier. Like just earlier you were saying there was a guy in the graves of Japan taking beers off of the graves and drinking them. Right
Yeah.
now, I could never imagine anybody leaving anything of any value on a grave here in Trinidad like that, especially beer, especially any alcohol related.
Because it's so
That
expensive.
would be gone in a second. There'd be people just lurking in the gravesite just to get it. Listen, there's people that lurk around cremation sites in Trinidad to dig the pieces of gold out of the people's fillings and steal them.
Okay. Grave
Right?
robbers.
Well, it's not a grave; it's a cremation robber, ash robbers.
Okay. Okay.
Because you see, the loved ones can't stay and wait, you know, 48 hours or 24 hours for this thing to die down in flames, right? So there's just
Mm-hmm.
these literal gold diggers lurking in the bush nearby, waiting for the flames to die. And I'm sure they fight among themselves too. Look, this is my cremation site. I marked it, mine, right? Unless you want to
Mm-hmm.
end up in a cremation site of your own, probably this one, leave it, right? Yeah, look, this is a crazy place. And
It's my
you
turf.
know what?
It's my chat. I mean,
Yeah,
but your country is also like in a really hot climate. So if you leave beers on the graves, those are things are just spoiled immediately because it's like at room temperature, like 2 minutes in that are
well,
outside.
uh, most likely they would leave rum, not beer. And
Mm.
rum is okay at any temperature. And also, wouldn't the canned beers be okay?
Hmm?
Wouldn't beers in a can be okay?
No, if you leave it too long out, then it becomes warm and undrinkable. And then if you leave it even longer out, then you
Yeah.
just,
Well, once you're not listening to me. Once again, you're giving people here too much credit. That beer will not last 1 minute outside. They'll steal it while the people are still there putting it on the grave. They'll take it out of their hand before they even put it on the grave.
I mean, I don't live there, so I'm like
Yeah,
just
trust me,
guessing
trust
how
me.
the fuck the
Yeah,
shit
this
goes.
the incredible efficiency and high trust nature of Japan is so insane to me. It's like wow.
I
I
mean,
can understand why they
it's
don't
like
want.
also not that normal here in the Netherlands, so you can't leave your laptop in Amsterdam and just mm, if you leave it on a terrace for like a second and it's gone too, or you like get pickpocket or something like that. I mean, I've been almost been robbed a few times myself, so
I mean, look, you
yeah.
can't leave. You could barely leave your laptop in your house in Trinidad. You know what I mean? And not to paint too much of a dire picture. But yeah, this place is. All those people talking about the third world being crazy. They're not being crazy enough. They're not. They haven't spoke high. Is madness. Is yeah. Is
Mm.
I mean, I mentioned. People sometimes find big bricks of coke and weed washing up on the shore. Don't touch it though. Don't touch it. Don't leave it. Whoever own it is, they'll come pay it later. Don't get involved. You didn't see
Mm.
nothing. What big brick of coke? I don't know anything. I ain't seen nothing. Yeah, it's
I don't know. What's Coke? I have no fucking clue.
yeah.
Yeah,
No
can't
Coke,
find
Pepsi.
it.
The Have you seen you seen the news where they've been bombing like drug boats in the U.S. has been bombing alleged drug boats from Venezuela. You've seen that?
No clue, really.
Yeah, but yeah, that's kind of like a thing here. I mean, people are having a lot of takes about it, but I mean, that is definitely something that does happen. Like that is why all this stuff washes up on the shore. There are a lot of people doing that. That's why
Oh, all those containers.
yeah, they just like if they see police or whatever, or they get spooked or whatever, they have to dump everything. Uh, to avoid the charge. Yeah, it's crazy. Always never a dull day. I'll say that there's never a dull day, good or bad.
No, I can't imagine that. Or it's just being drunk out of your mind, or it's just trying to get gold out of from dead people, or eh.
Yeah, there's always something. This like slowly I'm trying to turn this podcast into just crazy things that happen here. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you could just get a film crew and film their movie without any actors. You probably people would watch it if so many shit happens. Like there would be
Yeah, there's all
easy
kinds
money.
of things. There's witchcraft going on. I saw there's some kind of zombie. People do a lot of. You know what? You know the term obia. I don't know if you know about that. It's like voodoo. You know?
Voodoo.
Uh,
Yeah, there's different
yeah,
kinds of
similar to that.
voodoo and that, but
Yeah, so kind of similar to that. A lot of craziness. Yeah, this
kind of
and you know
evil
what?
dead shenanigans.
Probably, I wouldn't put it past them. But I might be able to do it. But you as a foreigner would be able to do it. I think a lot of these interesting people would like to be interviewed by a foreigner. In fact, I think some international podcasts or video blog people did interview some local interesting characters. Uh, yeah, it's it's like fame, you know. It's like, oh yeah, this is what we have here. You
Ah,
know?
versus. Yeah, it's versus. That one is set in a forest, and if you die in that forest, you come back as a zombie. It's like the forest is cursed. It's like it's a
Um,
crazy movie. It's really fun to watch. I would recommend it.
I- you know what? I think so. I think I saw this, and based on the date, I think I saw it on VHS.
Yeah, it's a big change. Eh? It's like May 1999, and then done with released in 2000, and another version was also out there. I watched a couple of times. It was fun. Mm,
Interesting. Is that what? Japan's live action budget. Um, it seems like there's much. It's interesting. Like Japan seems to have much bigger budgets for animation than live action, right?
oh yeah, the
Like,
whole thing is more focused on that than here in the West. So it's more focused on animation than live action. Majority of projects just fail immediately, or just look like cosplay fests, or it's just like the acting, the CGI and shit, or it's all of the above. Or the One Piece is working really well right now, and then you have like JoJo, Bizarre's Adventure, live action. You had Mushishi that kind of worked. Other movies that
so
kind of
that,
worked. Or maybe Fist of the North Star live action from the 90s. It was so bad it was good, but it just works for a series like that. So,
and
you know.
I mean, like a lot of the stuff in Fist of the North Star is kind of cheesy and crazy, right? Like the actual thing, So
I mean,
like,
if you have like something like Fist of the North Star, then yeah, it do be really cheesy. Yeah, like if you don't take yourself too seriously, then a movie like that could work. But if you take it way too fucking serious, then those movies just don't work.
were the
Especially if
people
it's just too
ripped
much
enough?
into a fantasy world, then it's just like way too much CGI and way too much nonsense to get it to work.
Right. So maybe that's why like Mushishi has fantastical things, but a lot
Yeah.
of it is just the natural world. Is and you may have like one visual of the fantastical creature. So it might work like that. But yeah, no,
hmm
now worry. With the Fist of the North Star live action, were the people abnormally ripped as they should be?
I
Because I
mean,
like,
they're one not like
yeah,
5 meters tall and like 5 meters wide or something like that. But yeah, they were pretty ripped,
yeah.
and people were just like
Pull up the
throwing
trailer. Pull up
idiots
the
through the
trailer. Let's see
walls.
how close they get. If it was the 90s, they would have had access to, when was it
Let me
made in the
see.
90s?
Trailer Fist of North of the North.
Yeah, this is interesting. I like because it was made in the 90s. You say
Yeah, it was like 1991 or something like that.
right?
Wait, live action. Live.
So they would have access to good steroids at that time.
I
Maybe things are
mean,
illegal now.
I mean, they're actors. They don't have to have steroids, but
No, no,
some
no. We
people are
need
just like
steroids.
method actors.
Yeah, you telling
Yeah, you
me?
have people in crazy costumes and special effects and that kind of shit, and it goes nuts. It's a fun time to watch. It's fun.
Wait, they have. Hold on. Are there Western actors in this? Because some of
Were
them look
they?
Japanese.
Yeah. I think it was like an American that did that. I think I remember, but there were Western
But
actors in it. Yeah.
it is a Japanese movie, all right?
Mm,
Because now I'm wondering.
I
Because I've seen a
think
lot
it
of.
is, yeah, that they hired Western actors. I don't know, I have to look up on Wiki to really, oh, it was 1995, so mid 90s it was.
Oh, well, they
Look
would
it
have
up.
had the. Yeah, look, that's that guy. That's not Western. That's a big time actor.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Oh man,
What
I
did he
forgot
do?
his name. That's not 1 second. But yeah, that guy is like kind of a legit big time actor.
Mm.
Yes.
Kind of similar, maybe. I don't know. Maybe he worked only in the 90s and 80s. I don't really remember him.
Yes.
And let me guess a wiki. Gary Daniels. What have you played?
Malcolm
Blood
McDowell.
Moon,
Malcolm McDowell. That guy. Yeah,
Tekken.
that guy. Malcolm McDowell. The older guy.
Oh, Malcolm McDowell. Okay, what have
Yeah,
you
that guy's
done?
like a big time actor.
Oh, Clockwork. Halloween. Oh no, that's not really that popular, but
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, his work kind of runs the gamut. Between look, this is a paycheck. Everything is a paycheck for this guy.
Like kind of like Snoop Dogg. Oh yeah, an American science fiction martial arts film based on Japanese
American, what
manga.
the
Okay,
hell?
so it's an English movie. Okay. Oh well,
No, look,
it was fun.
these people
For
are
what
rich
it is.
enough. If it's America, they have any steroid they want at that time. 95, come on. They should have been like, they should have been they should have been close to the manga. I'll say that. Maybe not quite,
I
maybe not
mean,
5 meters.
I guess the beginning of the manga there were, but it's also like really cheesy though. It do be really cheesy, but it's a fun watch. It works. It's so bad, it's good. That kind of. If they did it on a serious note, it wouldn't have worked. Pretty much, pretty sure. It would just fall flat on its face, or nobody would have give a shit. But if you
I
if
like,
you made movies like Mad Max, for instance, like 3 movies of them, then, not
yeah,
all too hard to imagine.
I like the idea. I like when big time actors act in stuff like this. So imagine them trying to explain to McDowell what this is. Well, look, in Japan they make these comics, right? This is based on and he said, "Look, I don't need to hear any of that, Just
Mhm.
what's the motivation here? Evil. That is it. That is all we need to know.
Mhm.
Is he actually a bad guy in the show? I don't know who he
What,
is
the main
in the
character?
show.
No, he's not the bad
No, no,
guy. It's
no. I
like the
mean,
bad guys.
who does McDowell play? What character is he?
What does he play? Ryuken.
Is he a bad guy? Who was he? I've forgotten all the names.
God damn it. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm pretty terrible with names. I don't remember nothing. I'm like, okay,
Shin, Julia, Asher, Bat, Guston, Ryuken. Okay, Shin is actually antagonist. So let me just
right.
start.
So a bad guy, antagonist.
Quick.
But he's a good bad guy. He's good at being bad. Like it's not easy to see his face and think of a good guy. You know what I mean? Not to typecast him, but you look at that guy and I think this guy is up to no good. So he's doing something. I don't know what, but something. Interesting.
Let me guess. Vest van de Noordstars bellen, so you can posthumous kijken. Vest van de Noordstar, miss your ally. Vest van the Sky, successor, okay. Oh no, he's a good guy. Pretty
He's
sure.
a good guy. What the hell? All right. At best, I would have guessed that he was gray.
Choosing she as his next successor suffered a heart attack as he about to see Ra's religious fists was seized opportunity. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, he was the master. Yeah, he was Fist of the North Star's master that got killed in the temple. Yeah. Yeah. I saw it in the movie. Yeah. He was their master. He was the good guy. Yeah. But he was a really short thing in the manga, in the anime at least. The manga did a bit more of a screening, I guess, but I'm not sure. But how's it getting with the snails? Did you get enough salt?
Well, yeah. I mean, like some people, you see, let me tell you something about snail hunting. You see, some people they go around with the salt and throw it all over the place. No, look, you're gonna use up all your salt so too fast. You need to go around with like a tongs or something and pick them up and put them in a bucket. You see, over many years I've mastered the technique in capturing them. You maximize the use of the salt. Not that salt is so expensive, but I mean, if you have like 100 snails around the place, you're gonna run out pretty fast. You know what I mean? Yeah, so look up this
Yeah.
bastard. Look this up. See how big these things get. The giant African snail. They're not joking when they say
I
it's
know
giant.
those.
It's crazy. Yeah. Like I hear some people have them as pets. They're like they eat any old crap. They eat anything, any vegetable. They eat dead snails. Yeah. So maybe
Horse,
years ago
almost like
somebody got
cats.
damn. God, we have enough rats here. We don't need that giant African one. Yeah, look at that bastard. Jesus Christ.
God damn. It's almost as big as my cat. God damn.
Yeah. Keep it away from your cat though. It also carries parasites,
Yeah.
because it eats any old waste. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, not planning on getting one anytime soon. I mean, I know a guy that's like a guy on work now. He's a part-timer on work, and he's afraid of snails, just completely afraid of them. So like he had one on the hood of his car, and he was just too afraid to step out of the car because there was a snail on it.
You know what? I don't
and he
blame
doesn't
him.
know why.
I can't blame him. These bastards. Yeah, trust me, they ain't nice.
Well,
I'm gonna tell you.
Well, it's not these guys, obviously, but the normal sized ones.
Send this to that guy and tell him, look, be glad they don't live here.
Be glad this is not on your garden. Fuck. I need a horror movie with these things. It's just completely taking you over. There's probably some 50s horror movie with like giant snails taking over a city. Probably. It's like big creature monsters is like in every movie almost. And at that time.
Yeah, they're like, and they glob together to form one huge snail and all these small ones.
Yeah, and try to attack you.
Like Resident Evil, there was like these leeches in Resident Evil. Well, yeah, do it with snails. Trust me, we have enough props. We have more than enough props.
But what we do have in the Netherlands, in some warehouses, like rats as big as cats, like these giant creatures. It's like you don't want to be bit by them. You're fucked basically. It's like,
like they eat the hops or they eat somebody.
No, I mean in warehouses, like big warehouses, like, and then like the basements under or between the walls and that kind of stuff, or just like that kind of stuff. It's like giant fuckers. It's like, where's a lot of food stored, for instance, and then you get rats, that kind of stuff. That
Right. So
those things can get really big if you want them to.
you're seeing them. You're seeing these in the brewery
No, I
warehouse.
knew a guy that's seen them all the time where he worked a couple of years ago at school.
Okay, I saw. The hops that are using that's like a grain, right? Is that right? The
Well, it's not in a brewery, but I mean, like in storage for food, storage areas for
ah,
food, for instance. Not literally beer, but like just normal place where you store food, for instance, like to sell off to supermarkets and whatnot, for instance, or like
yeah. There's a big rat here. Well, I mean, the possum, basically.
those,
In the
yeah,
basket.
they're not really rats. Well, they eat everything. They work like rats, but not
Yeah, people.
rats.
But
You get what I mean.
it's not a danger here for them to run out of control because people eat them. It's like a delicacy here.
Yum.
What isn't a delicacy here? What isn't a delicacy here? Nothing.
Human.
Except the snails. I wouldn't put
Yeah,
it past them. I wouldn't put it
they're
past
not.
them.
They're not that French enough to eat them.
I know, right?
I
It's
mean, what
weird.
isn't it?
It's weird because people eat. The you might call them conch. Conch, large snails. I don't know if you. Yeah, people eat that. They eat that here from rivers. So essentially river snails, but they don't eat that one, which is kind of weird to think about. Look, these people eat everything. Might as well eat a snail.
Even each other, maybe.
But yeah. Probably, I wouldn't doubt it. Look, some people just go missing and you never find them. Some
Yeah,
of these
it's
people
just
have to
stuck
have
in
been
some
eaten.
basement, just like three people down there, and just snacking on somebody every once in a while, or some other fucked up shit. I mean,
Yeah,
that's happened in the
what? That's
Netherlands. It was like I remember, like there was a story in like some small village here in the Netherlands that like a whole family was just stuck in a basement for years, and and the kids had no clue of the outside world, and it was just like, in this doomsday scenario, they were thinking that the world was gonna end, but it never did, so they were just stuck there for years, and then the parents were locally found and taken into custody and thrown in jail, and the children went to orphanages and that kind of stuff. So
Pretty sure
yeah,
everywhere in the world, stories like these have happened.
mm,
In the United States, for sure, because I heard about something like this in the past. I don't know if you guys watch um, true crime videos or podcasts, stories
kind of, yeah,
about. I mean,
sometimes.
in some of those, you may come across a story like this.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I bet, and I mean, like, think about this. For everyone that they find, there's probably 10 that they'll never find. You know what I mean? Like, how did they slip up? How exactly did they discover this Mars? Did somebody slip up? Did they notice something in the
Some
trash?
kid
How
can
how did
just, escape, go to the cops or tell somebody, and then they get the news, and then they just storm the house, basically.
so okay, so like somebody accidentally escaped then. Okay. I thought it was a neighbor or something.
Could be. I mean, it can be different. It was like one story of like was all captured on body cam. That a kid escaped like a family of 8 in America, went to the police, haven't talked to anybody in her whole life except her siblings and parents, and told them that multiple children were just locked up in the rooms, chained to their beds, malnourished, etc., 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 etc. And the parents are pretty cruel and just fucked in it. And then they did a welfare check. The police came in and just saw, like in a locked room, people just chained up and just, couldn't be found and blah, blah, blah. So the parents were just taken to custody, thrown in prison. But some of the children have had actually Stockholm syndrome and were just defending their parents. So the best years of their lives, etc., etc. Even though they were malnourished and just chained to the bed and that kind of shit. So like, yeah, it's pretty fucked. And the more fucked up stuff is some of the kids that went to the orphanages, those people that took care of them were like also pretty bad, and were just also neglecting them and just not giving them the proper food or clothing, etc., etc. It's just like just got more fucked for them, for the majority of them. So yeah, that's not that. Yeah,
And it's
nice.
even what's even like these kids would not know that the orphanage is doing the wrong thing because they're used to that. They're used to worse than that.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
wouldn't even know. You know,
True,
they
true,
would not
true,
even know.
true, 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 true. Yeah. Mm, mm.
That's
But yeah,
just
recently somebody, totally other news, somebody recently bought the first chapter of Blame in Afternoon magazine from 1997 for 130 euro, no, 140 euros. And he came to me like maybe 2 weeks ago or something like that. It was on auction, and he thought like, oh yeah, it's 140. He bought from it was on a Japanese site. I thought he was talking about 140 yen, not 140 euros. So he's now bought like something for 140 euros. And I'm like, how the fuck do you buy a low quality magazine for 140 euros? I mean, it's his own decision, but it's 140 euros for like a really cheap magazine. Like it's just not really worth it. I also found the price that I had back in the day and was at 62 euros. Still expensive, but not 40. So yeah,
okay. So now these magazines are meant to kind of be disposable. Is that right?
yeah. Basically, the majority of people throw them out in Japan if they ever read them.
So that's
They're like really low quality. Uh,
so so that is why they're kind of rare. They're rare to find in good condition because nobody
yeah.
really keeps them. Is that what you're saying?
Um, not particularly, but it's just people start to stock them up, and then it's just like, you know, 1997. What volume was this thing? Volume 3. Yeah, this one.
Now people. Okay, so like
This is also what I have, but and you have also with YKK. You know the deal. Like these things are just really disposable. But yeah, so like especially with like covers that you really want, are gonna get expensive. Like especially for Blame, YKK, other series, Mushishi, for instance, it's also expensive. Like Nier, it's expensive. This one from 1995 has Blame, the prototype story. So yeah, you have that, and yeah, that that's a thing. Now, if you're on $40, it's just gone in one go. But then, it was his own decision at the end of the day. He didn't have to buy it for that. He said he couldn't find it anywhere. We're like, I don't know, just wait a bit longer to find a better offer than like 140. Like, I don't know. People are just kind of just want it right now. And the first time they see it, oh no, I have to buy it now. I'm like, bro, you can just wait till it gets they have a better offer, just gets cheaper, and then buy it and just buy the first thing that you see or like close to it. They'll look for a bit, but not long enough for stuff. Some stuff can just take years to get. So you just stuck with that. That's the whole thing. But yeah.
What is the most expensive one that you bought from this? Was it the 62 euro one?
Mine,
Was it expensive?
the most expensive one was 62 euros. Yeah, it was chapter one. I bought on eBay from a seller that buys stuff, especially from Japan. Could
I
have probably
only
looked a bit
have-
longer.
I only have one of those magazines myself.
Mm.
Do
And
you
how
want to
much
see
was
it?
that? Sure.
1k yen. So
1k yen. Okay, just
so
1,000 yen. Huh?
it was more expensive to ship it than buying the.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah, it mostly is. I
I
mean,
mean,
you
I
can
got
get
it.
them cheap,
I got.
obviously.
Of course, I
Super,
got
yeah.
other stuff when I got it, not just this one. Otherwise, I wouldn't
so
have got it. But
so tell me what
Hmm?
in you guys' collections, what is the single most expensive book that you have?
Mm,
Probably the AKK art book, the first edition, though, not the reprint.
most expensive book.
But how much was that, Koma?
Mm,
I don't know. I mean, on eBay is like more than 100 euro, I think now, 150 euro.
Damn.
I think Mushi art book was pretty expensive. Yeah, that kind of stuff is pretty expensive to get. And yeah, well, the Afternoon magazine and Amano art book for Vampire Hunter D was pretty expensive. Yeah, those are like the most. I guess Mushi was the most expensive one out of all of it. Like a single
Interesting.
purchase. But Mushi is
And
being
that much he
reprinted.
was
I already said it. So.
well, I mean in a way it's good, but I mean you do have a first print, right? So there's something to that too.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter that much. It's just even the Omni, Obi is like the same as the original, so it doesn't really add much.
Can you see it, Mars?
Hmm?
The webcam.
Oh, oh yeah.
So this is the blade, or I mean, it's Afternoon from 1994, I think. Very, very old. Not
Oh, but
many.
it's in great condition
What?
though.
Sorry, guys, but there is. It's not safe to. I mean, I have to check it before. Otherwise, we are going to get demonetized, though.
Damn. Demonetized. I mean, we don't even get much from this, so you know.
I mean,
But for something so old, it's in great condition. It wasn't so good care of it.
Oh well, that it wasn't something. I mean, it's just a Buddha. I thought it was a woman for a, for a second.
Yeah.
This
I
is
mean,
the Buddha.
you know.
Buddha nipples. I mean, sorry, but I don't want to take the tripod. I need to find the page. I will show you why I got it in the first place back in the day. I mean, what is this? What is
So
where is it?
have people scanned these? Are these all scanned or are they not missing?
The majority is not scanned. I did a few of Blame, for instance, but the majority is not scanned at all. Because
the problem is that if you are going to scan it, you are going to ruin it. Not that it matters too much.
Because already weak printed.
Yeah,
or
but
the text is all the way
Right.
into the book.
I
Or the
assure you,
pictures
there are not
there.
many copies of these magazines out there. There used to be hundreds of thousands, but now this particular volume was difficult to find online. For the past 5 years, I think only 3 copies were put on for sale. One is mine, one
Damn.
is Dangerous.
Where do you get it from?
Oh God, there is a like sex scene here on this
Nice.
manga.
Of course there is.
That is why there's not many for sale. You know, people holding on to it very tightly.
I
What is
mean,
this?
also some of the
Sorry,
display were
I have to
destroyed or
check.
thrown away
Panico.
because people just don't care about them as much.
Oh God.
Yeah, as something of a horror,
You
you
say
know,
a lot, but you don't show.
I find it hard to believe people throw this stuff away, you know.
You know, people just don't have that much room in Japan, especially in Japan. So they just need to get rid of it and just buy the next magazine and the next and the next. Except for like some people that really like a series or just bought that one volume that they wanted and forgot about
No,
it
no,
in the
listen,
garage.
you
Or
just you just put it in one pile, and you know you just keep building that higher, and you get a ladder. You know, this is not going to take up much area. It's just going to take up, you know, vertical space. You see, you know, just
well, you know, these things are
one.
like big as telephone books, so they take up quite a space, especially if you have a couple of them. Then a pile is
Wait,
just
each.
these things, basically. You can
So
basically build a
there we
You
house.
go,
saying?
guys. First,
Hmm?
Let me see.
the AKK
Make the screen
chapter
big. Make the
on
screen big.
magazine.
Ah,
Yeah,
YKK. Nice.
full
This
screen
is
I
for
got a
here. Let's see it.
color chapter in
Nice.
1995.
yes, this is the first one.
Or no, in
I mean, you can
1997.
see
I
my
mean.
hand how small it is compared to the page itself. So
Hey,
yeah.
she do be not that high. That they even measured it in a special volume of Afternoon, where she were in a tracksuit, like how tall she was. 5 foot no, something or 4 foot or something like that.
I mean, I don't know if you can tell from the video. The quality is not that horrible, actually. The print quality. Maybe
It
Afternoon is better
depends,
than.
yeah. Some magazines, like especially photos, it just really suffer from quality loss.
I mean, sure, it's not top quality print, but
But it is cheap, right? I mean, it's not a lot
Oh
of.
yeah,
It's
back in the day
affordable.
it was cheap.
I mean, you can
And
see
it
all
can
the
be cheap if you
details.
look in the right places.
I mean,
Yeah, I think
Ashinano
it's looking good. You
art
know.
doesn't suffer here. You can see all the details.
Except
There is,
in the new big editions.
hmm.
You know, I think it. And so you're saying each one of these is as big as a phone book, and there's one
Yeah,
every month.
yeah, basically, yeah. Almost as thick too, depending on the thing. But yeah, they're pretty. They take up a lot of room, especially if you have a whole stack of them. That goes fast, so that's why
It's
people throw them
like
off all the
yes,
time.
as Mars said before, it's like an old telephone. How is it
Damn.
called?
Book.
Uh,
And
telephone book when you could find
and
the
the
numbers.
the current price the current price for this magazine is how much?
I mean, this one you cannot find it for
No,
sale.
no. I mean the average, the price of it new. If we went to
And
buy one right
it
now,
just
the current
depends on the
one.
cover and the stories that are in there. It's like for Blame, it's like 40 a piece sometimes, or maybe higher if people are really greedy.
No. What I'm saying, what I'm asking is, what is the price of it new?
Oh,
If
the
you were
normal
buying a
price,
new
like
one.
480 yen, or 300, or 500, if they're like
Damn.
just,
So like,
you know,
so
This was
five.
500 yen in the 90s. So
So so
1994.
for $5, you get a you get a phone book size comic for five
yeah,
US dollars.
with different
That is
chapters,
insane.
interviews sometimes. Yeah.
That is a insane value. You had to say that. You
Yeah,
know,
no, yeah, you get
listen,
that. I get a lot of nice stuff in there. Yeah. It's like lots of stuff in
I
Japan is
could
just really cheap.
I could see them selling that for 300 TT dollars. You know, like what is the page count on that book there? What is there a page count on it? Just
Hmm?
what is the page count on that one there? How many pages in that issue?
Oh, Can be 500 sometimes, or like
Holy shit!
400. It depends on the magazine, and
This one,
sometimes you just
So
increase it per month in some magazines, and sometimes it's just less. It's just, and the sizes
so
also
wait.
differ from magazine to magazine. So it's like,
So hold on. 1 yen per page is what you're telling me.
no, not well. I don't know if they think it's like that. Like afternoon magazines are like 480 yen, but it's not like 480 pages. I think, I don't know if they
mm,
do it like that.
this one has 1993 or 1994 pages, so almost 1,000 pages for 500 yen.
Wow.
In 1994, I mean, it was not that bad
So
actually.
so 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 half a yen per page then,
I mean,
Probably,
basically.
but
it's
it could
very
change
thick.
per month, the page
But
count.
I
So
mean,
it's
you
not
know,
like all of them time that much.
but I mean, listen. The point is this: on average, you're getting something like that. You can't
Yeah,
complain
sure. On
about the
average,
quality.
like how many
You
pages
know,
it is, they're like, yeah, I don't know.
this is how they subsidize it with all these ads.
Mhm. Yeah, also.
Right, right. Okay, so right, so there's probably a lot of ads in them to help pay for the magazine.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, to pay all the stuff.
But I
There's a
don't. I
lot of stuff in there.
I was trying to think of how they're paying for this. Like. But I mean, even so, that is insane value, though. You would never see something like that here. Let me tell you.
No, it's not the industry there. Like there, it's a whole industry. So, like, when you're in the Netherlands, they tried, but it failed. But I said that so many times. So, and you
So
still
they
have
have a
some
they have a
anime and
little
manga
comic
magazines here
magazine.
and there, but the majority is online. So, kind of want some Mushishi covers or something, or YKK, but yeah, but I can get them for cheap if I'm lucky. But you know. Mm, let me see. Landschaft. Oh yeah, and a new chapter
So which
of
one is which?
hmm?
So the Mushishi one is your most wanted one that you don't have.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, sure, why not? But I don't really have the room right now. I would like them, but with what room? And I still
All
have
right. Well,
some
how
stuff
much?
coming my way. Super Flat, for instance, that was an expo back in the day. And it also has some Nie print in there, so I wanted that. And a novel that Nie did a cover for with basically Kitty on it, but it's not Kitty. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting to get. And if I have my money back in for the month, I'll be getting something else from Japan that the same guy I got some magazines from on Twitter because
This was the guy
because
that
there's
you.
some stuff that I want to scan in. If my
Now
scanner
there was a
works.
guy. There was a guy that you had some trouble paying. Is this the same guy?
Yeah. He didn't have an PayPal, and now he has a PayPal, but doesn't have an email connected to it because he didn't create email. So I have to wait till I die till I finally can pay him, or just I keep ordering from him, and it's just the costs just go up and up and up. Uh, you know, but. But he sells his manga just and his magazines for like original price. Like I got the same afternoon magazine with Kibi on it for 480 yen, the original price. You can't get it that cheap. It's just like if you go on eBay, you pay easily 100 euros or something like that. Easily, no
So this
difficulty.
guy. How is this guy so nice? What's his angle?
I guess he just doesn't look it up, so he has no clue. So he's just like, oh, just sell it to him. Plus, he's probably an older, so he has no clue how to get PayPal up because nobody really uses PayPal in Japan. So that's the thing. Or he's just generous. Who the hell knows? But yeah, I'm not complaining. You know. Like, I mean, what would be his angle? I mean, he already sent the item, so he can withhold it so he gets the money. Like, I already have the item, so, technically, he's kind of, if it was a
Li-
scam, he would just be
li-
really stupid because, he wouldn't get any money out of
but
it because I already have the item, so you can't really scam me on
listen to
that.
me.
So,
Listen to me. You know what the angle is? The
well,
angle is he's that guy from the bar that was trying to follow you back to the hotel room.
he's the fucking gay guy from the bar that has suddenly all this rare stuff from NIE magazines that haven't been
Listen,
printed in years, all kinds of stuff that
you
nobody
think
knows about.
you think he's not doing his research? You think he's not doing his research? He already have
He's
you.
told
You
me
know
one
everything.
time in a
He know
bar
more
and he
about you.
especially knows what I want.
All he
Like,
needs. He just. I mean, sure. He got your prints off of the glass. Think, man. Think.
you can just look my uh sure.
Listen. Listen. Look. You need to stop buying stuff from that guy. Anyway, it's already
Hell
too
no.
late. You already have all
It's
the
too late.
information.
I'm
You know.
already getting murdered or butt fucked or both. Probably he's gonna play with this fucking probably.
Now look, this is the new millennium. People can do what they want as long as people are consenting. But just be careful. I don't think you're gonna be consenting, so be careful.
I'm pretty sure that
Yeah.
he's not gonna come for my ass just because he's selling NIE stuff. I mean, he does have my address now, so I'm like, but he would have come
Exactly.
ages ago if he had my address by this time. So
He playing the long game. Listen, you don't
the
want him to
long
be
game
alert.
getting to my ass. That one foreigner I once saw, I need it. Damn. When you're dead,
You
gay,
know.
you just fucking selling him rare stuff, and then just years later comes to my house, even if I'm still living there, because I can
Listen,
just change the places, or he's just that dedicated.
listen to me. These rare afternoon magazines, they're being delivered to you from inside your house.
To my house, yeah.
Right? He's already there. He's already there in the walls like the rats, like the
It's
big
kind of
rats,
difficult
the
if it's
size of
just
cats.
single walls, but
He's resourceful. Okay. Hey, what happened to
it's
Koma? The call
he's
drop
just
or
camouflaging as the fucking wallpaper. You just can't see him. You can just climb up as a
yeah.
spider in
Look,
a corner.
ninjas.
It's just
These
like
people are
Mission
ninjas. This
Impossible.
is
It's Mission
yeah.
Impossible shit.
This is you see ninja scroll people, going up walls and disappearing into the shadows and things. This stuff is based on real things.
Yeah,
He's in the
real
room with
movie
you
things.
right now.
He's watching the stream right now. Great, then subscribe already, you fucking idiot. I mean,
He is secretly all the subscribers.
all my
What
subscribers
happened
is
to
one
Komodo?
fucking gay guy from Japan, man. That would be great.
Look, he is
At least
allowed to be
there's some
gay. He's not
bar.
allowed. He's allowed to be anything, and he's allowed to be these things. But I don't know if he. The question is, if he's gay and everybody's okay with it when he does it. That is the only problem. People could.
I mean, if it's gay and consent, that's fine. But if he just stalks me and
Right.
tries to do all this shit and just butt fucks me without me knowing it, then it's
Oh man,
kind of problem.
I like that you're not even aware. You don't even know it's happening. It just happened. It might have happened already, as
I
far
have
as
no
we know.
fucking clue I've been butt fucked already. It says a lot about me if you don't know.
He's stealthy.
This
He's
is conversation.
stealthy. Look,
It's just stupid.
what I was asking, what happened to Koma? Did his call drop?
Huh? Oh damn, he's gone.
Koma.
Oh shit. You'll need to connect our mic before they can add to the stream. Oh, the mic is gone. Damn. Oh, he's back.
You hear me now?
Welcome from the dead. You haven't missed anything, just reiteration.
So
No, I was warning him about the dangers of that one guy he met in the bar. He is really the guy
Yeah.
giving him all these
Yeah.
good deals on all these afternoon magazines, you know? Look,
mhm.
This is the
why
magazine
I
I
think
got,
he's
by
not
the way.
accepting he's
Just
not accepting
480
payments. He's
yen.
already
Goddamn.
received payment.
I don't know. But now I am curious to know for how much an old afternoon goes for on eBay specifically.
Mm.
What do you guys think?
Mm.
And how many issues of afternoon are there right now?
Well,
How many issues?
it's like one every month,
Too many to count.
but a lot of magazines. So like once per month, some half a year, that kind of stuff. Wait,
There are a couple of for sale. There is like the first Parasite chapter for sale from the United States, 45 euro plus shipping if you are interested.
Mm,
I mean,
not particular. Wait, let me. Let me look on Surugaya. There's a lot of things. Probably shouldn't show this stuff.
I mean,
So what's
you risk whenever you show us
what is
stuff.
this? This
Yeah.
is the site that you guys use to buy stuff, or
Sometimes if they have stuff that I want. Let me see what they have. Ooh, damn. Sometimes they have something interesting. Oh, hey. Yokohama. 1,400 for an what is it? What is this thing? Oh, it's a telephone card. Ooh. Kind of want it now. Ooh, 800, 500. Fuck. I'm showing this now. You're not getting this shit. 2,200. Yeah, it's a bit
Is this
high.
Black Friday limited time sale?
Don't know. I'm like, but I kind of want it now. I'm like, fuck it. Black Friday in Japan? Hell yeah. Oh, Mori AKK. Hell yeah. Ooh, nice.
I mean,
February issue 14.
to me at this point, the more interesting YKK stuff are the ones that are impossible to get. So not even Dangerous Call has those.
Yeah, but I mean, stuff from YKK can also be expensive on here, by the way. So like, ooh, she, can be, but sometimes you have luck because some people just don't look up or just don't care and just want to get rid of it. And then they, out of stock. God damn it! I want this one, but I can't find it everywhere. Or just
If you find it, you can find it, but it's going to be very expensive.
Yeah, I know. I did find the for 3,000 yen the fucking what's it called? Drama CD.
So this
Third one.
this phone card that they're selling, I take it that was like a prepaid phone card that you use in a public phone.
For like your your phone booths back in the day, you could just use those, and then they were branded with like a series. Even Blame had them back in the day. I have one. It's like really tiny things. Ooh,
Now let me ask this:
Spirit of Wonder.
was it used? Was it a used phone card?
Yeah, obviously it's a used one.
Well, I don't know. I know
Ooh,
they sell like a lot of mint
oh.
stuff, you know.
Oh, I need that. Oh, I need that. Ooh, I need that.
This is the stuff that you should
need
be
the
looking for when you go to Japan, my friend.
Oh, I try.
You
Oh,
need
I have a list of stuff that I want when I
Have
went
you
when I went
did you
Japan, but I
go
never find it.
to Jimbocho, Kanda Jimbocho when you went to Japan last time? Last month.
Jimbocho? Where's that again?
It's
Forgot.
the neighborhood where you will find all sort of bookstores, used bookstores.
Oh, there. Yeah. Oh, well, there.
Kanda Jimbocho is the name.
Yeah, I went there, but this stuff is just like really specific, so it's like kind of like, you know, kind of hard. But yeah, and none of you
this hike
bastards are
is.
gonna get this. Is mine. Princess.
You need to come off the side, Koma. It's feeding your addictions.
Addictions? Me? I don't have addictions.
No.
Just
The first sign, the first denial.
Nah. Yeah. Hey man, you have snails, I have this shit. Like,
I'm not addicted to these snails. I'm addicted to killing them.
yeah, that's an addiction. You know. we
Right
need
now,
that
my
kind-
only
Yeah,
addiction here is photography and film camera, which is a big
Oh yeah,
rabbit hole. Don't fall
Ah,
into it.
yeah.
damn.
Koma was going to show us. He was going to show us his camera.
I mean, it's a
I mean,
point and shoot camera from the 90s. Is nothing worth showing, but I've got it.
But what have you
I've put film in it, and
you've been able to develop anything yet, or how does
no,
that work? Could you do it yourself?
I have to finish the film, so
Okay,
it's too early for that.
but you have all this stuff to develop it.
No, I will bring it to someone. They will do that job for me.
Okay. So this is a person that still has this business running. They have a business where they develop film still.
Yes, I mean, but
Okay.
you can find. I mean, film is niche, but still alive, I guess. If they still sell, it's expensive though if you do it often. I guess if you shoot a lot.
Okay, it's not I don't think we could get it done here at all in Trinidad. I think it's totally. I mean, unless you do it yourself.
I mean, how much could that be? Like 10 euro? I mean, 10 euro for developing the film. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody that would do it in Trinidad still. I think all that stuff has closed down. It will be very. It's fun. We might need to get film developed here. You might need to export it. You might need to send it somewhere else.
You don't
To
have
do
a
it.
show. I mean, you live in the countryside, right? So, or
Not
I don't know.
not really, but
Please.
I've asked
there's
it
just
because
nobody to do it.
sometimes I can hear roosters and you talk about
Kill 'em.
Oh,
snails.
really?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh yeah, well that snail is like that snail is a nationwide problem, like everywhere. But I mean, yeah, people do have a lot of chickens and stuff here. They have goats, they have cows still. But I mean, I wouldn't call it. There's deeper countryside. Believe me, I wouldn't
With
call this
voodoo.
countryside really. There's voodoo. There's pigs.
Cannibalism.
There's
I
hordes
guess.
of pigs rooting around in the graves, eating the corpses of people. Probably,
Yummy.
one of the pigs was. I think one of the pigs was owned by like a gangster, so everybody was afraid that nobody would kill it.
Bruh.
Yeah, gangster pigs.
Gangster pigs.
Interesting people.
Corpse eating gangster pigs. Kind of does me think about Hannibal the Cannibal. Yeah, Hannibal. Yeah, it's like the last movies was like with pigs that one of his victims fell into a pen and just got eaten alive. Yeah, fucked up movies, but I
Yeah.
only watched parts of it.
Now you name somebody Hannibal. You're just asking for him to do that. Think about it. What else is he gonna do?
What did he do? Beat people to death, eating certain organs to keep them alive, freeze them to death, fucking anything. But that's more like the later versions of that. So yeah.
Yeah, but I think you're coming up on 2 hours there, by the way.
Hmm?
I think you're coming up on 2 hours.
Yeah, I'll just looking for like two things, some Sigura, and then I'm done. Just I kind of want to know what's on there and just show a bit.
Yeah, this site is an endless black hole.
Heh. Gold mine, you mean? Gold mine for me. Sometimes.
It's interesting that during its run, YKK was popular. Did people like it, or was it a niche
But
thing?
Blame was not
Uh,
popular back in the day.
what YKK?
Oh,
YKK.
YKK, was it? I think more popular than Blame, but I don't know. I don't think that popular. But I think more popular because it's like, cute. And cute really works in Japan. Majority of the time. So,
Yes.
lots of news.
This is that kawaii thing they're always on about.
Yeah, of course. That kawaii sells. It's weird shit in kawaii. That's and perversion. Lots of perversion. Lots of big tits.
Could they
That's
be combined? Could it be weird and kawaii?
You can be kawaii and retarded. Or hunting snails. That would be a weird fucking anime. I mean, there's golf anime and fishing anime. Why the fuck wouldn't it be a snail hunting anime? I'm like in fucking where over there, just an anime in your country, man. That would be a hell of an anime. I would watch that honestly. Bring it around. Okay, it's like your country is basically Black Lagoon in basically like
Yeah,
without
just
Black Lagoon.
like people were saying always, and I always say this, it's so stereotypical for Jack Sparrow to be drinking all this rum. He wasn't drinking enough rum.
More.
That is like you drink more rum by the barrel. Don't pour it into a bottle and no, just drink straight from the barrel. That is kind of a thing here. Rum is synonymous with alcohol. Like, I mean, beer, I guess, too, yeah, but rum is the thing. They used to grow the sugar cane here, so it was grown here, it was made here, and drunk here.
Mhm. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was also recently Mushi Exhibition, but sadly I missed that. It's a pity. But I got the first volume of the Master, the big edition. That's pretty nice. Like color pages all in the inside. Sadly, not the covers of the original volumes, but you can have everything, I guess. So, but still, hey, better than having fucking nothing or just paying way too damn much for volumes. Ooh, I got this guide in Japan. Pretty nice. CD too. I also found a CD in Japan. Those are pretty nice to have. Book cover. DVDs. Okay. That'll just be the last thing. Oh. The Gingo. Mhm. Ooh, coasters. Oh, nice. Stuff you can get from the exhibition. Nice. Posters, plastic things, stands, keychains. Yeah, the usual. Shebang, man. Where can this stuff not be when I'm on vacation? Eh, damn. Also missed an exhibition of what's it called? 999. That was also sad. But yeah, there are lots of exhibition stuff has been put on here. You can have a guy now in Japan, but he's not been there. He's not interested in Mushi or in that much manga. The fool. He should be. Yeah, he could just
What's
get
your,
free.
I mean, what's your opinion now that we are talking about it on Mushishi, manga versus anime? Which one is better
I
in your opinion?
mean, I watched more the anime, so I'm more on par with the anime right now than the manga. Especially in the beginning of the manga, the art was not, on par. It was later on in the manga that the art with characters got better. The design of it, at least.
Well, as for me, I haven't read much of the manga yet. I do plan to, but yeah, I mean the anime is a masterpiece. I didn't know that. I didn't know there could be a anime like that. You know, like there is conflict, yes, but not in the way that you normally have it. You know what I mean? Uh, like it's not conflict really between people. It's conflict between like a force and nature because he always mentions that the Mushi they don't have any agency, right, or consciousness. Is that right?
Yeah, they're the
They,
closest thing to nature itself, is what
right. So I
explained.
thought so even if it was killing you, it didn't actually bear you any ill will, right?
No, it was just doing its nature. Just be.
Right.
No
I thought
evil
that
or
was
good. It's
interesting.
just be.
Right. Yeah.
No
And it was
dojins. Damn.
I can't remember the timeline between YKK and Mushishi. But I mean, like after seeing two of them, I've always been looking for more stuff like that. It's not an easy thing to do,
Not much now.
you know.
But well, on that note, I wound it there. Well, see you next time, and hope you'd see you in like 2 weeks. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Later. Bye.